Hey guys, you are back at What's Up With on ClevverTV. I'm Joslyn Davis with Dana Ward, and as you can see, we have some special guests, but we're going to get to that because we are doing something very special in honor of Made Man's Take Your Dad to Work Week.
So our dads are here on What's Up With. How exciting!
Hey.
We're so happy to see you guys.
The dads are here.
And
let's go
obviously,
for it.
you guys have been giving us advice our whole lives, you know. And
Some of which we've listened to.
yeah,
Very little.
some we haven't.
Yeah, right.
But now, you guys are going to give advice to some of our top stars out there. So let's kick it off with Justin Bieber. Everyone knows who Justin Bieber is,
What
right?
do you guys think?
I think his music's cool. I think he's a really talented musician, but it's the look that I might try to work on.
Okay.
I don't want to be rude, but I mean the mustache he's got kind of a mustache going right
It's
now.
a proto
I
mustache.
would probably wait till it would grow in, and then maybe I'd grow it.
He should be working because some of the things that he's been doing in his year off are not good for him, I don't think.
All right, well, let's move on. We have a lot of advice to dole out. So our next celebrity, do you know who this is?
This is a kid from One Direction.
Well done!
Yes.
Harry Styles.
Dad!
What?
Yeah.
What?
Actually, I got all of his music on my iPad.
You guys were actually rocking out to one of One Direction's songs earlier.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
It's
really
the story
great.
of my life.
So advice-wise, what would you tell a young lad like Harry Styles?
Get a haircut. Musically, what can you say to someone who is that good? So.
Oh, I like One Direction. I think he's got
Yeah.
a good voice. I like him a lot. His hair is a little undone. He wears a ring on his middle finger. I might change that.
Let's move on to the next celebrity. You guys know who this guy
yeah,
is? Is
this
he the
this guy from
vampire?
Twilight.
Yeah, you guys know your
Well
men.
done. What sort of career advice would you give to him? You know, he just wrapped this huge franchise, which is what he's known for, so he's kind of trying to reinvent himself at this point. What do you guys think he should do?
I think he has to do that, otherwise he's going to be, sort of a one-trick pony. Maybe model his career after a Christian Bale,
Ooh,
where
yes.
he different roles with different makeup.
Become the
on
character.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys
Ooh.
recognize this fabulous
It's
fun
Jonas
trio?
Brothers. It's the Jonas Brothers.
Jonas Brothers.
Well done, guys. They recently broke up as a band because they wanted to put their family first, which I think is really cool.
Maybe Justin Bieber could take a hint from these guys and actually mature in his career the way they have.
These guys, you never hear anything in the news about them getting in trouble. It's all positive, and they seem to be really good musicians. And you know, I think I agree with them. I think it'd be really good for a younger kid like him to kind of follow the lead of what these guys are doing.
All right, moving on to our next celebrity that our dads are going to give advice to. We have got
I recognize him. I still know
Yeah.
his name.
I've seen him on
He's a
film.
handsome
Zach.
Zac
Efron.
Efron.
Yes!
Efron.
Well done!
Yes, he's a sharp-looking guy.
So he's a looker.
Yeah, he
Very, very
does.
smooth.
Dynamite looking eyes.
Yeah.
I know that sounds weird, but
It's true, though.
He does.
like
They're
his-
sparkling.
I think his suit's cool. He's so handsome, he doesn't need to get all the Maybe he has them, I just don't see him.
He has a YOLO tattoo.
He's not wearing a bunch of earrings and all that. Not there's anything wrong with that, but I just like the way he's understated. He's a handsome kid.
Jocelyn, you notice how the dads never say anything about their hair. I wonder why that is, huh?
Well, I'm jealous.
But I do have to bring up, he's had a little bit of problems in the media lately.
yeah.
Rumored addiction problems. So what's your message to Zac Efron?
Zach, you have a huge future. Stay away from that kind of stuff. Have fun, just not that kind of fun.
Focus on your work.
All right, let's move on to the next. Do you guys know who this guy is?
He's a handsome devil, isn't he? Look at him.
All right, his name is Liam Hemsworth. Have you heard
Oh,
you guys recognize
yes,
him?
I was gonna
He's
say
in the Hunger
Liam,
Games.
yeah.
What kind of advice would you give this guy at the beginning of his career in his life?
Anybody who's named Liam should tell the truth more often. But other than that, it's hard to give a guy like that advice. He should be giving us advice.
I think he's a great looking kid.
So my dad has a crush on Liam Hemsworth. All right, moving on.
It's called a bromance.
You guys both got to know who these lads are.
The story of
This
my
is
life.
One Direction.
Yeah.
The advice would be, you're not going to stay young forever. Your career's going to go somewhere, and you already need to be thinking about that.
True that.
You know, somebody may make it like Justin Timberlake made it. As the one guy out of that group, kind of really made it big. Someone in this group's probably going to end up happening to them, and the other become actors or whatnot. I think you just start thinking about that when you're when you're this age, because they're on top of the world right now. It's fantastic.
All right, do you guys recognize these guys?
No, I hate to say it, I don't.
No, we'll give you guys a pass on this one. This is 5 Seconds of Summer, the latest
Five
band.
Sauce, brand new group.
Okay.
These guys are really hot. They're on tour with One Direction right now.
What do you think they should do?
Should they follow in the footsteps of 1D?
I think the guy in the middle is a sort of a latter-day Mick Jagger, leave it all on the stage attitude.
You guys know this guy.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
All right.
Man, I would keep doing exactly what he's doing.
I
He's
love his
changed the face
stand-up.
of late night TV.
I would say,
Yeah, thank you cards, right?
What's your favorite sketch that he does? Because I know you and
shoot.
Mom watch him religiously.
There's a whole bunch of stuff they do when they switch lips. And then when they rewrite songs and they work with the Roots, I just think the whole show is just phenomenally creative.
this guy can actually sing and dance too.
It's
which
incredible.
Is, unique.
Who are we giving some advice to
Ooh.
next? Mr.
Kanye.
Kanye West.
I'd actually like to say my dad and mom are about to celebrate their 40th wedding anniversary.
Round of applause.
Pretty amazing.
Well done.
Kanye and Kim just got married. What kind of advice do you have for him?
Stay married this time.
Some good advice.
So be devoted, be loyal.
There's some things Kanye's done that I, in the past, didn't approve of. I think he's turned a corner. I'm hoping again that he's got somebody mentoring him. I think he's done some great things for music, and I wish the best to him.
Let's move on to our next celebrity, who's a friend of Kanye's actually, and a collaborator, and someone who's done a lot in the music world.
So here's a guy that should be mentoring him.
Yeah, you know what I like about this guy is that some of these rappers really can only do one thing, and they're talking about violence all the time. This guy is notably different.
Sure.
Moving on to our next celebrity. Do we know this one?
Breaking Bad. I love this guy.
Aaron
As an
Paul.
actor. Yeah.
He just wrapped up this huge show that won so many awards. I mean, even he won an Emmy a few years ago. He's done a movie, Need for Speed, recently. What kind of advice would you guys give him?
I would slow it down a little bit and take a look at my options. Maybe think long term. He's probably made just a grip of money doing what he's done so far. Maybe buy a little time. We'll spend some time with his wife, man. Travel for a while, and then search out what he wants to do next. Be really careful on the next step.
Oh wow, I almost didn't recognize him.
Me
like
neither.
This.
Yeah,
He changed his hair color.
He's on The Voice. He's got Maroon 5. He does solo collabs with people like Christina Aguilera.
He's dating a model. Actually, Dad, you're a big fan of The Voice. I know you've watched from season 1.
Yeah.
What would your advice maybe be to Adam on the judging panel?
He should steal more from Shelton.
Steal more of the contestants?
Yeah.
Blake
yeah.
Shelton tries to muscle him.
I would like to see him do some country. Because Shelton thinks that he's the only one who can do country right.
Right.
And that's not correct, because the country genre is very close to what this guy does in many, many ways.
Absolutely.
Okay, we've moved on.
The woman who needs no introduction. What do you think?
Oh my God.
You first.
If that was you, I'd probably ask myself, what did I ever do
You know
to
what?
ever make her think she could do something like that?
You know what advice I give her? Wear underwear.
Well, I'm sad to say that this is our final celebrity that we need some advice from our dads
Tom
on.
Selleck.
Oh, what do we think,
Yeah,
guys?
Tom Selleck's my favorite guy ever. I just love him. I think Blue Bloods is a great show.
He is a role model on the show.
I think he's a role model for a lot of younger men, too.
Is this truly it?
Oh, there are so many celebrities out there to give advice to, but we just had to pick a couple of our favorites. And you guys were awesome, because dads know best.
Dads know best.
Thank you guys for coming on down.
What was the thing you used to tell us when we were kids to regurgitate?
Dad's bad. There's nobody as bad as Dad.
Boom. Thank you both for coming on today.
Great. Glad to
What
be
do you
here.
think about the fact that Dana and I sit here and do this every day?
Yeah.
From the moment I've walked in, it's amazed me.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure what you do.
Dare I ask, do you have any advice for us?
Ooh.
Oh, geez,
Oh,
that's
it's
not
a
going to end.
terrific gig.
Yeah, that's not going to end.
Yeah.
There's nothing but advice.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah,
we really
this was
appreciate
fun.
it.
Put your hand
Put
in.
your
That was
hand in.
Yeah,
Team Dad. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. Team
Go,
Dad.
For more Forefathers action straight from our friends over at Made Man, click right here to see more videos featuring some super awesome dads.